Hello and welcome to Little Kingdom Life. Today I'm sharing a gentle look at our Friday, a slower homeschool day with a bit of nature, rest and real life. Our day started the way it often does. Boaz and I usually wake up around the same time. While I have my Bible time, shower and get ready for the day, he likes to start his schoolwork early, especially before Eli wakes up. This is a habit that we've been working on throughout the year and we have found that it's really paying off. He can concentrate a lot better before his little brother wakes up and starts distracting him, and he also feels a lot better at going into the day, knowing that he's accomplished something and there's not as much work to get done. After I finish getting ready, I like to make my bed and set up ready for the day. And then once I finish making my bed, I get Eli up and dressed and then make breakfast for the boys and myself. We usually finish any leftover schoolwork while we eat, and we just spend that time chatting and relaxing, and I like to have a cup of tea in the mornings and wake up ready for the day, really kick into gear. I'm not much of a morning person, so having the slower mornings has worked really, really well for our family, giving us that little bit of extra time to get ready for the day and get motivated. I don't always have quiet time in the mornings, but today I managed to carve out a few moments before the boys are up. That small rhythm helps me feel more grounded for the day ahead. We generally keep Fridays light when it comes to schoolwork. We go out to Mum's group, and so we do a little bit of bookwork in the morning and then generally do nature journal activities while we're out at a playground with Mum's group, and just learn through being in nature and adventuring and discussion. And we had a really great moment this morning in the car where when we got in the car, there was condensation on the windscreen. And in our science lesson this week, we actually talked about condensation and evaporation. And when we got in the car, Boaz saw the condensation and he said, "Look, Mum, it's condensation." And it was just so exciting to see that science lesson be applied in life and for him to see that outside of the experiment that we did in our science lesson. So that was a really nice moment, and we try to grab those moments when they arise and sort of have a conversation about that. So I find that a really, really great, engaging way that Boaz learns. Breakfast was its own adventure. I accidentally launched a carrot across the kitchen, one of those little moments that makes the day memorable. And we left the kitchen in a bit of a mess and headed to Mum's group at the park. Eli went straight for the swing. It's one of his favourite things, and Boaz picked flowers as we were walking to the playground, which was really beautiful. Their cousin brought along a praying mantis as well, which was very exciting. So the boys had a look at that and had a bit of a play with that. Boaz found and captured a butterfly, which we discovered was a checkered swallowtail through a bit of research. And he really loved watching it flap about, but in the end we decided to let it go and set it free because we wanted it to be able to experience the full cycle of a butterfly life and find a nice leaf to lay some eggs on. We do plan on going back to that park to see if we can find the caterpillars that butterfly might have laid the eggs of. We also found this lizard on a tree and just watched it for a little bit Boaz also tried to catch it, but was unsuccessful, which was okay because we were actually finishing up at the park and it was a good time to wrap things up and head off. When we got home, Boaz relaxed with a Christian show. We don't watch screens Monday to Thursday, but Fridays are our movie and rest afternoons. I also put a load of washing on and then took a few quiet minutes to sit with a cup of tea and some leftover breakfast cake I'd made earlier. And I generally try to take a moment for myself while Eli's having his naps. So Boaz throughout the week will do a quiet activity while Eli is napping, and I'll just have a moment to chill, and I find that helps me get through the day and the week and just be more grounded and nicer to be around. Before the weekend begins, I like to reset our homeschool space. I sort through Boaz's work, pack things away and clear the table. And then when Sunday comes around, I organise ready for the week. But during the weekend, I like to have it all packed away. My packing away isn't really about perfection, just more clearing the space and having small rhythms that bring peace and order to our week. And just gives me a bit of clarity and means that I don't have to do it during the weekend when we try to just take that time to relax as a family. Packing away usually looks like putting away any worksheets that are left from the morning and putting away any manipulatives or things that are hanging around on the table for school away with our school stuff in the corner, and just sort of clearing off our dining table. So it's nothing major, just a bit of a reset really. And yeah, that's what our Friday looks like really. And I hope that you've enjoyed coming along with us on our Friday, and I hope that this has been helpful for someone. We really try to make learning a part of our life. It's not necessarily always a sit-down bookwork kind of a learning experience for us. Boaz learns best through hands-on life experiences. And so what I've learned is that sometimes we don't need quite as much busy work with our bookwork, but more opportunity to be out in nature, learning from God's beautiful creation. And I'm just loving learning along with Boaz and experiencing the world through his eyes in this way. And sometimes it's hectic and chaotic. In fact, most days it's hectic and chaotic, but it's so rewarding, and I know that this is what God has called us to. And I really would love to just be an encouragement to other people looking at homeschooling or that are already homeschooling. And so I really hope that this has been helpful and enjoyable for you, and I pray that you will be blessed. And if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe and let me know what you want to see. And I'd also love to hear about your weekly rhythms and what your week looks like. So thank you so much for joining us, and have a great week.